You're not being shown posts of people that you already follow. You are being shown of topics of things that you're obsessed about. Maybe you looked into something that it said Ibiza and then you have 1,000 things about Ibiza, or you saw a thing about flying Shih Tzus and all your feed becomes about flying Shih Tzus. This is what is called interest media. It is not so much anymore about social media. And this is exactly where we're going to be talking about. And if you're especially creating content like it's 2018, then I got news for you, because we got to create all this content now for 2025 and beyond. Yeah. So let's go and fix it. So this is episode 2 of the 3-part series that I'm creating all about AI. Last week we had AEO, what is answer engine optimization. And today we're talking about everything about content creation. And next week we're going to be talking about websites. And today we're really talking about what it is to be on social media today. As you know, everything that we think, we get shown. And it's all these platforms like TikTok or Instagram, they're stop being social. They're all about predictability, trying to predict what you're actually thinking, what you're actually talking about, and you get shown all that content around. And I know some of you are don't like it, but that is the way that is actually working. They're actually not showing people who you are. Mm. They are actually showing what actually the machine thinks that that person actually needs and wants, which is most probably not you. And if you're not training it, then they're probably going to end up skipping you into somebody else's content, and you're not going to even get to see your own content, or they're not going to get to see your content. People are still going on social media to be entertained, educated, and empowered. But maybe the way that you're doing it is not the way that it grabs their attention. So, in simple terms, they are trying to predict before you even think that you want that content. They're going to show it to you based on the little things that you've done, or if you clicked here, or you opened that, or you hovered your mouse or your finger into anything, or you paused. They might show you just that. I want to be candid here and tell you, you are not being shadow banned. Really. I know that a lot of people feel that, oh my God, the algorithm hates me. No, I swear to you, the algorithm doesn't hate you. It just simply doesn't know how to recognize you. They don't know where to place you. They don't know how to put you in different spots, because one day maybe you are creating content that is a strategy, and maybe the next day you're talking about your dog, and then the next day I don't know, maybe you disappear for an entire week, so you're not there all the time and your topics are different, so that confuses. Remember, these are machines, these are not people. So we got to be I'm not going to say smarter than the computers and the AI tools, but we got to outsmart them in a way, because they're being programmed to do something, and we have to keep up with their programming, really. And what it actually doesn't know is that it doesn't know in what box it needs to put you in. Now, the algorithm isn't broken, really. I don't even know the algorithm what it is, but I don't even really need to know, to be honest. But it ain't broken. So what I do think is that your signals, what you're putting out, could be. And let's keep going. Now, people actually remember you by the way that you actually solve the problem, not the way that you have made that problem into a post or a reel. So it is so important right now, more than ever, that your words, whatever you are saying, hits harder than before, because your little post or your carousels don't have to be as pretty as everybody thinks. Yes, you may love aesthetics like I do, and I like nice, pretty little posts, but those words that are inside need to connect in a real way. So, what I want you to actually think about is like, think of one specific problem that you actually solve for your clients, right? Um, you're going to be creating that angle. And then you can ask simply ChatGPT, give me 10 different ways and 10 different angles based on the same actual content that I not content, I meant topic, where I can actually create more content based on the same idea without repeating myself so that the algorithm and the AI machines that are out there searching for answers for people that don't know me can actually come and understand what I actually solve for them. Okay. So what is important is that it's not so much about the aesthetics. It's more about the wording and the messaging of what you're actually delivering, to your followers and the people that don't actually know you. And what this actually means for you in 2025 is that you are actually creating, you're not simply posting. It's not like I'm not telling you to actually create more content. No, this is different. This needs to be strategically, this needs to be surgical, and needs to be precise so that they actually do know what you actually offer very easily in all the different forms and everywhere they look where you are in the internet world. Okay. And what you're going to be doing is that you're going to be building a digital version of yourself so that the platforms can easily recognize who you are where you are. So, what is really important here is that the machine isn't going to be looking for likes or comments. No, it's going to be tracking patterns, the patterns that you build based on those angles that you have decided that you wanted to create and what you talk about and how often and where you talk about because they can actually pull from everywhere. And I'm not saying obviously to be everywhere, but it actually a little bit in a way, if I'm being honest, between here, you and I, and let's not repeat it anywhere else, it does because a lot of people are creating a lot of content. And if we really want to be up in the AI summaries, we should be giving these AI tools as much juice and content for them to actually help you get being shown to the right people. Okay. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but it's not it. And I tell you, and I told you already on the episode before, train the machine, make it your own, do the work, get somebody to do this work for you. You don't have to do this alone. Okay. Now, that's why consistency isn't about, the frequency. It is about being recognizable for the machine. And it's all about the AI, really. It's all about the AI. It's like, why is it about the AI? Why am I so obsessed? Because if they don't recognize you, they won't show you. Point. That's it. It is what it is. And if someone sees your name and they should already know what you are actually known for. That's what it's really all about. So the future of Discover is not so much about the volume of the content that you should be creating. It should be based on the content memory that you are building. And that content needs to be specific and really sharp and really good through all the places where you are. What you do want is to be remembered. Ain't that right? Because that's what you want is the machine to actually remember you every single time you are creating anything. Subject lines, articles, posts, reels, descriptions, comments. Who's doing this? Who's saying that? Oh, this person belongs here. Okay, I know where they belong. That's it. Now, before I let you go, I want to say the machine isn't actually guessing. The machine is going to decide where you belong. And because the machine is going to decide, you should tell it where they should put you so it doesn't get it wrong. That is all we're talking about here. Is you taking control of the AI tools that are out there without being scared. Okay. I know it sounds easy, but it is. They're not going to take your job. You make it, you take control, and you make them actually do the work for you. Now, that's how interest media works. This is what we've been talking about. It's not so much about social or being social on so no, that's done by maybe something else will come in a year or 2 years. But right now, we are living in an interest media world, and we should actually be creating content based on the interest of the people that don't actually know you. And it doesn't care if you post every day. What it does care is that if those things that you're creating, do they belong in the same place, to the same person, to the same business? So consistency when it comes to wording and messaging is really important right now in AI. So if you haven't done any of that, please go to Branding Momentum and please go and listen to more episodes about messaging and marketing and branding because we have loads of those here just for you. Anyway, I'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye bye.